Good day, everyone. I hope everyone is finishing off their semester strong. My name is Adam, and today I am going to talk to you about digital detox. A digital detox is where you take things in your life like video games, Instagram, X, Facebook, etc., and you get rid of them for a certain period of time, a day, a week, a month, 3 months, or even longer. Now, why should you go on a digital detox? Anyways, everyone is using social media, everyone plays video games, everyone's doing all of these things all the time, at every hour of the day. So why should you get away from it if everyone's doing it? How can you even function in society without it? Well, I'll tell you why. Because these things are actually destroying our lives. These things are wrecking our sleep. They're wrecking our mood. They're wrecking our health overall. They're wrecking our relationships with other people because studies show that we are much less social in person than ever before in human history. The interactions we have are oftentimes so very shallow because we just don't know how to talk with other people anymore. We don't care for the meaningful conversation because we get a minute in and then we're tired of it because that's how long a TikTok video lasts, a minute. And we've gotten used to that short attention span where it's just a quick hit and then we're ready to go on to the next thing. Don't you want to be able to engage with people again? Don't you want to live the natural way that God created you to live? Wouldn't that be better than any other way? Whether you think it's better for you to be playing video games all day like I used to do, or surfing social media nonstop, looking for the next thing to like, the next person to follow, the next video to post. Those things are all fleeting, but these special moments we have with friends and family, those are something that you can meditate on for the rest of your life. Enjoying little things. How many of us are so wrapped up in video games and social media that we're just don't have time to cook, don't have time to eat clean, so we're ordering Uber Eats and getting the 20-piece tongue torch wings from Zaxby's instead of having grilled chicken with rice and broccoli, or a grass-fed steak, something like that. Or if you're a vegan, maybe it's beans and rice, whatever fits your fancy, but something that's more healthy than whatever we're getting off of Uber Eats, because that's wrecking our health and it's wrecking our appreciation for simpler things. And all of this is making us less human. We're becoming more like the machines that we use all the time. When we idolize this kind of stuff, and we're constantly doing this, we become less of this, human. We become less like God created us for. God created the male and female, not Xbox and PlayStation, or X and Twitter. Those are the same thing, but you get it. But anyway, what's so bad about this? What would other people say? Okay, I say that you should get on this because you'd be more human. What do other people say? Well, someone else might say, you need this in a modern world. You need technology because everyone has technology. And to some extent, I agree. The box has been open. Pandora's box has been open. You can't just close it back up and uncreate technology unless something catastrophic were to happen. We're stuck with this tech. What we have to do is learn how to navigate with it. Honestly, I don't think there's a single good counterpoint to wanting to detox from technology, because the opposite of detox from technology would be just have as much of it as you can all the time. And we know that's not good. Studies show that the average college student gets about 6.5 hours of sleep. Yes, you can chalk that up to things like studying for too long or being stressed out from class. But let's be honest, a lot of us are using video games and scrolling on social media when we could be doing productive things with that time and then getting more time to sleep. that is detrimental because we're supposed to get at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night, and we're getting way less than that. Most of us need another hour or 2 or 3 every night to be functioning properly. Now, another thing is the average age of a video gamer is a lot higher than you think it would be. It's 35 years old. Yeah, you'd think they would be 12, maybe 15, 18, maybe early 20s, 35. Yeah, people just keep playing these things and living their life in this digital space, in this matrix. I mean, no one even has to make the matrix. We're already in it. You have your own choice. Our own addictions are leading us to this place where we don't want to live life the way we're naturally meant to live it, the way God intended us to live. And no way can be better than the way that the Creator designed for us. Now, honestly, it's going to be up to you to make this choice. I highly doubt anyone's going to force you to get rid of technology. In fact, corporations want you to be on it. If a government doesn't like you, then they're going to want you to be on it too. Think about it. It'll make you more docile. You won't be outside exercising. You won't be eating right foods. You won't be strengthening your bonds with society. You'll be rotting away in your room thinking you're having the time of your life. Playing video games all day. And I've been there. I've been down the video game addiction rabbit hole. I've done things like get up at 11 or 12 because you slept in all day, play video games till 4 a.m. Yes, I'm not happy about that. I'm ashamed about it, but it happened. Done things like that, ordered the junk food, and done, nothing productive the whole day. And then said, it's okay, because the little voice in our head says, you got tomorrow, you got later today, you got next month. You don't know that for sure, first off. And secondly, why not today? Why can't today be the day that you take this and you set it down? Why can't today be the day that you stop scrolling social media just to get another like or to like something else? It never ends. It never ends. So take it from someone who has personal experience with this. You don't want to be the guy who is just addicted to video games or social media and eats terribly and feels terrible, but has their favorite video game that they play all the time. That's not a plus. That is a negative. That is not the way you're meant to live life. You want to get rid of this stuff and you want to detox. So how do you start? How do you start the detox? Well, for some of us, we got to start slow. If you're playing video games 8 hours a day, maybe cut that to 6. You now have 2 extra hours in the day that you can actually do something productive with. Maybe that's reading a book. Maybe that's looking for a job. Maybe that's looking for schools. Maybe that's anything, reading your Bible. You could read your Bible. You could research church history, look into that. You could look up, anything other than melting your brain. You could be outside, you could be exercising, you could be lifting weights, you could be learning how to cook so that you don't have to be eating junk food all day. There's a whole lot of things you could be doing with just 2 hours. And then you realize, you know what? I like those 2 hours. I like those 2 hours that I spend away from the video game. And then you go down to 4. Now you have 4 extra hours in the day. And you're being way more productive. And eventually you say, hey, well, if I get this much productivity from having that much extra time in the day, why don't I try and maximize that productivity? Eventually you'll start to say, I don't want to play video games today. I'll relegate that to maybe 1 day a week or something like that. This is a slower approach. It might take weeks or months or even years for some people. Some people, it takes a long time for them to really get their act together. For others, it's, I got to stop it all right now. I'm all in or all out. I gotta sell my Xbox. I I gotta put something on my phone that keeps it so I can't look at social media and then I can't use YouTube. I gotta delete those apps. Maybe install some software or something. That might be you. Perhaps try both approaches, but it's going to take around 3 months either way to start to really feel the effects, to start to really appreciate other things. But believe me, once you start to really appreciate the taste of real food, once you start to appreciate being outside, once you start to appreciate an actual conversation instead of 30 seconds of meaningless talk that you just don't care for, then you'll start to realize, oh, I like life the way it was meant to be, not the fake life that we've created that's just meant to stimulate dopamine and all these other chemicals in our heads. You want that real life. And to sum this all up, you can either live life the way you were meant to, or live life the way that some corporation wants you to live to make money, because that's ultimately what they're doing by selling all this stuff. It's your choice. So think about it. Thank you.